us about this. I'm going to take you back before the debut, before that debut tour that happened. I don't know where you went. I've forgotten where you went, but yeah, that debut tour that happened. But before that, your younger years playing in Bandra East. Tell us about when you discovered the joy of playing.
Firstly, I'd like to welcome all my friends. This is a extended family. So a big thank you from the bottom of my heart to see you here, to support what I'm starting to do now. This is a new journey, and before I could start the journey, like always I've done in my life, I went to my mother's room this morning to take her blessings. And the first thing she told me, "Arey, aaj Sankashti hai, changla divas hai." So happy Sankashti to everyone. Hope it brings you luck and good health. To talk about sport, as a kid, I remember growing up in Sahitya Sarvas in Bandra East. Those were the golden days of my life, and no stress of extra tuitions and post-school classes and all those. I would spend most of the time playing there in front of our building. We had a beautiful ground in Sahitya Sarvas, and invariably during my holidays, I would be out playing from 8:30 in the morning to 8:30 p.m. I would never go home. I can see a couple of my colony friends, and they will back me up on this, what I'm about to say. In Sahitya Sarvas, because my both parents worked, and to manage a kid like me, a naughty kid, wasn't easy. They had to have someone to manage me. So there was a elderly lady who looked after me, and her name was Lakshmi Bai, was known as, everyone would call her Bai. So I would refuse to go home. My day would start at 8:30, be it cricket, football, hockey, hand tennis, or whatever, badminton. But the day went on till 8:30 p.m. I would never go home. At lunchtime, she would be downstairs with a plate filled with food, and also would feed me, because I would refuse to eat. I would say, "I don't want to stop. I'm not going to come home. If you want me to eat, you'll have to come down." That was a beautiful stage of my life. Then later on, like in international cricket, we break for tea. In those days, for me, it was a break for milk, a glass of milk. And again, Lakshmi Bai would have come down to make sure that I have some energy to play, go until 8:30. And all these guys would kind of wind up, go home at 7:30 p.m. And for no reason, God knows why, but I would be running around the building. Nothing, there was no end goal as such, but I would run. And I had so much energy. So in short, what I'm trying to tell you is, from that stage in my life, I never stopped playing. And it continues.
Even now, like after retiring as well, you are just playing all the time. And I've seen you playing different sports. You're playing golf, and you're playing tennis, badminton, pickleball. I keep inviting you to play paddle, but you haven't come as yet. But that will start soon as well.
I enjoy playing sport. So, it doesn't matter where you are and which sport you're playing. You've got good company. All my friends are sitting here, and they will tell you how competitive it gets. We fight for every inch, every point. It gets even more competitive than if you're playing racket sport than Wimbledon, US Open. I think it gets a little more competitive than that. When it comes to golf, every inch matters. And when you ball hila, you should not be doing this and all that, and we would penalize, and all those kind of things happen. I think the best part is sport reminds you to bring that kid in you. It just suddenly awakens. And that is the beauty, because, for us, whenever we crossed the rope and went, on the field, we got competitive. No matter for the rest of the world, everyone would say, "Arey, exhibition game hai." But once you've crossed the rope, to charity nahi hai udhar. We want to give our best, and that is what. I can see both. Irfan is here, Yusuf is here. So we've played recently also, and the first thing that I told all my teammates कि once you cross the rope, हम seriously खेलेंगे. बाद में जो मजा करना है वो करेंगे. मगर क्रिकेट खेलना है वो सीरियस क्रिकेट खेलेंगे. वहाँ टाइम पास नहीं करेंगे.
I just want to tell you that they've all been complaining about you in that league, saying that we are all older and you're making us dive and take these catches and next day they can't recover and they require 3 tons of ice to soak in. So yeah, I think everybody is aware of not just the high standards you set for yourself, but for everyone around you as well. As a student of filmmaking and a person who's acted in 11 flop films, I want to ask you, it's 11, I want to ask you that last sequence, was that a rain machine? वो पाइप लगे को खड़ा था पानी में जब आप खेल रहे थे टेनिस?
नहीं, actually what happened, we had planned a date where the crew was ready to shoot and all that. Everything was set up, but pod like anything. तो वहाँ पे पहुँचते ही the first question they asked me, अरे script बदलते हैं, we'll shoot indoors and all that. इतने rain में how will we manage? Let's do that. And I said, no, we are not changing anything. It just takes me back to my childhood days, and even after playing for India also, I did all these things, you know. So we continued with our original plan. We shot in the rain. So what you've seen here, everything is original. Nothing is makeshift. I'll tell you a small story about what happened in the earlier part of my career. There were you know, a lot of colony friends that we would, in front of our building, play cricket in the monsoon. But also after playing for India, when I had to prepare myself before going on any tour, just during that period, because a lot of Sri Lanka tours used to happen during that period, but there were no facilities to practice, no indoor nets. So wahi pe muck mein, you know, the mud is flying all over the face and all that. We used to practice like that, with leg guards, helmet and proper kit, because there were no facilities. So we had to make the best of what we had. We didn't have the best of facilities. So, you know, that is what it was. It was one thing which kept us going, and that was passion and love for the game. So that is exactly what we've been able to capture here in this film, passion and love for sport.